Hey, how you doing? In this video, we're going to talk about how you can beat your biggest enemy. Now, before we get going, there are two things I have to say. The first is something that I've not said properly before, and I'm going to say it for the first time. This video has a sponsor, and that sponsor is EnglishMartialArts Centre. The second is a little apology, because I'm filming this one on my phone. It's a video that I'm filming kind of on the fly, and I've got very used to using a nice setup and getting really, high quality video, so yeah, I know that the vast majority of the videos on YouTube are filmed on phones significantly worse than this one, but I still feel a bit bad not filming this in 4K on a professional camera with good lights and, a very expensive microphone. So, yeah, apologies for that. Anyway, you'll probably notice I'm sitting in my car, and there's a reason for that, because I want to take you on a little journey I go through every time I start training. I guess what that means is that this is kind of going to be a bit of an update on my training progress. But rather than just tell you what I'm doing, because let's be honest, that's training, I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about battling the demons that we all seem to battle. And for a while, I didn't really want to talk about that. Oh, sorry, camera wobbled. Because, well, I think we all do this. We all face these inner demons, but we don't really believe that other people face them the way we do. And it was a conversation with one of the senior belts in the gym recently that made me realise that, keeping it to yourself is probably the worst thing you can do. And that this is something that we can all help each other with. Because, if you train in jiu-jitsu or catch or judo or whatever it is, you likely have an environment where everybody's really supportive of everyone else and we all help each other to try and get better. And everybody wants everybody to improve. It's a bit of a cliche, but, it really is a team. Oh, look at that big old coach coming through. That was unexpected. And we do that with training, we do it with technique, we do it with rolling, but we don't seem to do it with mental health. So I thought we would. Now, basically, the guy that I was talking about, he's a senior belt, he's young, significantly younger than me, but most people are. He's fit, he's healthy, he's strong, he's in really good shape, he's got a very good competition record, and he's knocking on the door of a belt promotion, but he's not been for a while. And it turns out that he's also been battling some demons. And the problem is when you fail to come along for whatever reason, whether it's an injury or life just gets in the way or something like that, then it suddenly gets really hard to come back again. And the only way to deal with it is just to get back. But it's not that easy. So I wanted to kind of talk you through the kind of the feelings I go through as I go training. So I love training. I love jiu-jitsu. I love grappling. I love catch wrestling. But I guess jiu-jitsu is kind of my thing now. And that's all right. I'm learning to love it. I quite enjoy the gi. I'm trying to get 3-4 sessions a week in, and I'm doing well. I'm really trying very hard not to be that wrestler. I'm trying very hard not to be the big heavy guy that just sits on you in side control and hammers Americanas whenever the option arrives. But we have to do that from time to time. There's definitely a catch flavour to my grappling. I caught someone in a grovet the other day. They pulled a turtle on me and I was just like, fair enough, I'll have that. And that didn't go down well for them, but I was thrilled. But yeah, I try very hard not to be that guy. So I'm spending a lot of time fighting off my back, and yeah, it aches, and I'm a bit old and tired afterwards. A bit old and tired all the time. But yeah, I've kind of settled into a nice routine, and I'm not pushing myself anywhere near as hard as I probably should, but I'm training regularly, and I'm still loving it. So, that's all good. But despite loving it and despite really enjoying it and spending a lot of time thinking about it, watching instructionals, that kind of thing, and loving being on the mats, loving the techniques, loving helping the more junior people, and loving rolling against juniors and seniors, people that beat me, people that don't, I still go through a little mental battle every time. I get my gear ready and I chuck it in the car and I jump in the car, and it kind of starts about then, and I set off and I drive down little country lanes and I park up here in this car park in Passfield Industrial Estate, where Malin Martial Arts Centre is based. And yeah, there's a little voice in the back of my head going, just go home, it's fine, just go home. And there's a bit of me that almost does every single time. And so far, I never have. But yeah, it's hard because I kind of expected that to go away. And it kind of gets worse up to a point, and then it goes away by itself. So I'm going to take you on the little walk that I do, and then we're going to have a chat inside about Malin Martial Arts Centre and what an amazing place it is, and why it is they're sponsoring this and hopefully some future videos. So it's usually night time when I arrive. I park up, there's usually plenty of space. I grab my bag and I start walking across, and I can actually feel my heart rate starting to rise as I get closer and closer to this door. Those guys aren't training that we've just walked past, but there are usually a couple of guys there having a smoke before they go in. Not that anybody does that, of course. And there's a little echo in this stairwell, and I can feel just the nerves starting as I go up the stairs. I get to about here and I think, I could turn around. And I get to these doors, and I usually pause for a second here. I reach my hand out, hold the door, and then you go in, and it's all fine. So this is Malin Martial Arts and Fitness Centre. It's a brand new venue. It's pretty fantastic. There's some floor-to-ceiling bags, there's some aqua bags, there's a variety of pads and bags for people to use. There's a full-size MMA cage and some really high-quality matting so that you can train throws, you can train groundwork. There's a cardio deck on a little mezzanine overlooking the training room. There's a nice weights room with a selection of free weights, a selection of bars, a few benches. There's some kettlebells, all sorts of stuff, Bulgarian bags, that kind of thing. But what sets it apart more than anything is the quality of the instruction. Seb Jones, who is the founder of Malin Martial Arts, has one of the best pedigrees in Muay Thai that you'll come across. He's trained in Thailand, he's trained in England under Colin Heron at Cowbon, and he's the driving force behind the whole thing. We've got Dave Cooper, who has represented England at Judo. He's a 6th degree black belt, a 6th Dan. He's teaching Judo there. There's Matt Whiten, who is Country Boy Jiu-Jitsu. He's a fantastic guy to train under, an absolute beast to roll against, but such a lovely guy, and his classes are amazing. Yours truly occasionally does the odd little session there, and there are a few other people as well. If you want to learn some of the most effective martial arts there are from some of the best instructors in the country, then come along. You won't regret it. Thanks very much to Malin Martial Arts Centre for sponsoring this video and providing me with a venue for future practical videos. Hey, this is Future Oz. Past Oz recorded a little roundup ending to that video, and yeah, I'm not going to show it to you because something happened. I'd finished filming, it's all good. I figured I'd got my video sorted, and to be honest I was quite pleased with the ending. And then I went off training, but as there's nothing on at Malin through the day, I went over to Farnborough to Andy Roberts BJJ to do a one-to-one private session with Andy. He's a 4-stripe black belt, so you know, well worth getting to train with if the opportunity arises. And then their lunchtime class, and that was the plan. And I got there and I got changed, got set up, got warmed up, did an hour stuff with Andy. Absolutely brilliant, really helpful. And then I had about 15-20 minutes to wait before the afternoon class. And that little voice kicked up. It's going, you won't know any of these people. You don't want to do this, you might get hurt. You know, what if you make an idiot of yourself? What if you're not very good? What if they're all better than you? And I ignored it because, well, that's kind of what I've learned to do. But it was actually really hard. And it just felt a little bit serendipitous that I'd made a video all about the fact that you are your own worst enemy, that your subconscious mind is the thing that's going to defeat you, if anything is. And then I came very close to walking out of a venue for a class that I'd already booked, just because a little voice in my head said I should. Yeah. But anyway, I didn't. And I did all right, you know? And yeah, held my own, that's for sure. Country Boy Jiu-Jitsu, Malin Martial Arts, Team Cowborn, Hampshire. Yeah, didn't embarrass you. So, what about you? Is this something that you struggle with? And if it isn't, did you used to? When did it stop? Stick something in the comments, let me know. I'd be really interested to find out. And, yeah, until next time, excuse me, hang on a minute, I'm holding the phone with two hands. Fight team.